Hello, and welcome to American Lifestyle, where I share amazing destinations, unique food and drinks, and cool adventures. Here is my 6-day Sardinia itinerary. Sardinia is the second largest island in the Med. It's quickly becoming the next hit spot for exotic vacations. Fly into Olbia and make your way south to the Bounai coast.
You look great, kid. You're doing great.
The Bounai coast is most known for its pristine beaches and sheer limestone cliffs that jet into the Gatorade blue waters. For most of these beaches, they are only accessible by boat. You can hike, but some of them can be quite challenging. So we felt that a boat was the best way to get there to see all of the beaches. We chartered a private 5-meter dinghy from Calaganone, where we were staying, and made our way down the Bounai coast. Our first stop was the southernmost beach, Calagolaritze. It was named the best beach in the world in 2025 by Travel and Leisure. It's mostly known for its 143-meter pinnacle and rock arch. As we made our way back up north, our next stop was Meriacru. This beach was my absolute favorite beach. It's made up of these tiny pebbles which make for the crystal clear emerald color water.
This water is so clean.
In the center of the beach sits a large rock where you can climb up and jump off of. My recommendation, though, is to wear swim shoes because the rocks can be a little bit jagged and you don't want to cut your feet. We anchored our boat just beyond the shoreline, jumped out, and swam ashore. The swim wasn't too bad. Actually, I'm an average swimmer, and it wasn't too bad for me at all. So in regards to renting the boat, make sure that you make reservations ahead of time. And you don't need a captain's license to drive the boat. You just need to show your driver's license. They'll give brief safety and operating instructions, and then you'll be on your way. But please pay attention to the safety instructions because I spaced out when he told us that the anchor needs to always be lowered from the front. And well, let's just say that it's a giant floating balloon. And it almost ended up at the bottom of the sea. So pay attention to the safety rules.
And that's where I just was, up there.
And as we continue north, we are going to head to Cala Luna. It is most known for its sea caves. So again, we anchored our boat, swam ashore, and entered inside the sea caves. We wanted to take a look at what was inside of them. It's best to come early in the morning, though. It's less crowded, and you can get a really nice sunrise photo.
Explore some caves. Here's the inside of the cave. Oh, I know. Okay, stack your stones.
In this particular cave, many people have come and stacked rocks on top of each other. And so that's what we did too. So we have our own little rock stack that will hopefully be there forever.
Excellent.
From inside the cave, this makes for a really cool photo.
In the back of the cave here.
In the back of this cave, people have etched their names or their initials. Personally, for me, I don't like to deface planet Earth, but just wanted to show it to you.
And that's the view. With a super...
We spent 3 nights in the nearby town of Calaganone, where we rented the boat to see these beaches. Now, you can absolutely rent the boat and see the beaches in one day. We just wanted to explore all of the beaches without having to rush, so we rented the boat for 2 days. The particular hotel that we stayed in here is called Il Nuovo Gabbiano, and it was about €400 for a total of 3 nights. The room overlooked the harbor and it had convenient parking just outside for €20 a day. And breakfast was included in the hotel stay. Now, when we rented the boat, we rented it from Azura, and which is right there below on the harbor. And we rented that for €300 per day plus the cost of fuel. If you stay in Calaganone, explore the quaint, completely walkable town with many shops and restaurants and gelato stands. This is a perfect place to spend your evenings after a long day of boating. Many times people will grab a gelato and just sit on the benches and take in the views. For dinner, we stopped at Snoopy Restaurant and I ordered a pizza. And I'll be honest, it was a very good pizza. It's the pizza I compare all other pizzas to. So good. You gotta try it. And next door at Cala Luna, they had dishes such as ravioli stuffed with cheese, veggies, and 3-meat ragu. Or you can just go there for a quick aperitivo. After dinner, we strolled down the road to grab some gelato, and we stopped at this place called Gelateria Argentinali, which had some of the best that I've ever tasted. And the gentleman behind the counter was always so smiling and so kind. Quick note that they only accept cash. Worth mentioning, a popular dish here on the island is suckling pig. We were on the hunt to try the best in Sardinia, so we reached out to a local expert to find a restaurant who served the best, and Claudia Tavani with Strictly Sardinia totally delivered. She recommended Meriacru, and boy was she right. I highly suggest that if you're looking for any recommendations in Sardinia, that you look her up. I'll leave her Facebook information here. Meriacru has the most beautiful ambiance for alfresco dining. It's so peaceful. The food was absolutely amazing, from the suckling pig to the lorigitas. The suckling pig is prepared over a fire pit and slow roasted. It's beyond tasty and super tender.
At Meriacru, lorigitas. Handmade pasta. There is some bacon in there, and that red is like a tomato powder, which is awesome. Mike has grilled vegetables, and then also what he's been waiting for, suckling pig, baby.
Unbelievable. Ooh, smell.
Of course, pairing wine.
Look at that meat.
I know. Take a bite. I want to get your reaction.
I don't understand. I'm nervous. It's falling apart. It's falling apart.
Good.
So tender and sweet. Yeah, it's a pig.
As you dine amongst the olive trees and soft music playing in the background, you just feel like you're in a whole other world. This place is surely a must-go. Meriacru is family owned and operated, and they even have their own garden on site. This is one of those places that I will never forget dining here. I mean, we just had the best experience. The food was amazing. The service was impeccable. Definitely a memorable spot to come, and I recommend that you do the same. From Calacanone, we drove about 3 hours inland to Seulo, the original Blue Zone. Seulo is a remote mountain village inland in Sardinia. It's well known for being the world's first Blue Zone, the highest concentration of centenarians, and not only are they living to 100 plus, but they're living well. Stampu, the easier of the two hikes that we'll be taking in Seulo, is a unique waterfall hidden in Jurassic rocks carved by the erosion force of water. The water flows through a natural hole in the rock.
Just in the middle of the road.
We stayed at Agriturismo Ticci, where the host Manuela was so extremely kind, generous, and welcoming. The rooms were comfortable, there's Wi-Fi, plenty of parking, and our room in particular had a balcony with beautiful views of the mountains.
Anyway, so we have our own balcony. Overlooking. It's beautiful. Down there and pet the goats, feed the goats carrots, or not the goats, the donkeys carrots. Beautiful. So we're on a little balcony. It's got, table and chair. Hey.
Hi.
You want to come? Let's go see the donkey. Stella. Come here. How do you say come here? We have another friend.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, you're so pretty. Hello.
That evening, Manuela cooked us an authentic Italian meal, starting off with meats and cheeses, then to her homemade pasta, meat, veggies, and you can't forget her homemade wine. Manuela is beyond talented in the kitchen. Whether or not you stay here, dinner is open to the public with a reservation. It seems Seulo centenarians have it all figured out, so we wanted to see how they live day to day in the hopes of bringing home what we learned from them. The keys to their longevity are their diet and their physical activity. A common misconception is that they're mainly vegetarians, and while they do eat vegetables, meats like prosciutto, pancetta, and pork sausage were ever present, along with homemade cheese, lentils, and green olives. They also make their own wine. Their active lifestyle is tending to their garden and walking everywhere, mostly uphill, as well as engaging in traditional farming and shepherding. They're very much community driven. There's a strong sense of community here. We could feel it. Everyone knew each other and looked after one another. They're living long, they're living well, and they're living happy. The last of our hikes was Sa Studiosa. And while it's totally free, you do have to pay a parking fee. I believe it was €6. This is the more treacherous of the two hikes, but it's well worth the reward once you get to the bottom. It's about 4.3-mile round trip. It is pretty steep. You want to go early in the morning to avoid crowds. We basically had the place to ourselves for about a half an hour.
Dive in.
Once you get to the bottom, it's the most peaceful waterfall dripping water from the tree roots above into a creek below, making this a complete Zen moment you're sure to remember forever. I even meditated for a bit. Yes, cows in the middle of the road are totally normal here.
Hello.
From Seulo, we drove back to Olbia and stayed our last night at the Grand Hotel Presidente. This was the most high-end hotel we stayed at in Sardinia. Olbia is definitely more touristy of all the other places that we stayed, mainly because of its proximity to the airport and the port where cruise ships disembark. Our room was luxurious. I found a saver deal on Holiday and paid about $200 less for this exact same room in the same hotel. As you can see, the balcony alone was spectacular with amazing views. We spent the evening walking Corso Umberto and wandering through the quaint side streets with local musicians singing, people enjoying an aperitivo, and the ambiance of hanging lights on the streets as night fell and the restaurants filled up. The next morning, we caught our flight back home to the US, but not a day goes by that I don't dream of when I can soon return to this beautiful island. Thank you, Sardinia. We love you.